purpose of this video is to give you a little bit of an instruction on how to get to the library databases from the Citrus College homepage. So this is what it looks like from my laptop. Obviously, if you're using a phone or some other device, the website might look different. But from the Citrus College homepage, you would want to click on where it says Hayden Memorial Library. And that's going to take you to the library's homepage. And I would recommend that you explore the homepage because there's a lot of resources here. There's research help guides, there's citation resources. But for now, we're going to look at where it says databases, which is right under the search bar. This one search for articles, books, and more, I think is too broad of a search for our purposes. So in order to get to the databases and get to more relevant information, I would say start there. If you can't find the kind of information that you're looking for, you might turn to that broader search later. Before I click on the letter that I want to click on for the database, I'll just note that up here it says currently registered students, faculty, and staff may access the library databases off campus by signing in. So if you were to click on that, it's going to give you some directions on how to do that, how to create an account. So if you haven't done that already, this is something you're going to have to do in order to access these databases remotely. Usually the databases are designed to be used on campus, like actually literally in the library. But of course, most folks are not doing that nowadays. So the specific database that I want to look at is under O. So I would click on O, and it's specifically called Opposing Viewpoints in Context. So when I click on that, of course I have to log in. And once the page loads, it should look something like this. We could type something in here. We could type in, for instance, I might suggest waste if we were thinking, let's say, about something directly related to garbology, because the word waste, I think, is a more prevalent term than, say, garbage. And notice that it comes up with plastic waste, e-waste, food waste, and then other types in the drop-down menu. So let's just say that I didn't use the drop-down menu and I just clicked on waste as a search term. Then what it does is it actually brings up several different sources, over 2,000 academic journals on waste, and several Viewpoint articles that at least have the word waste somewhere in the article. Now, I will admit that just looking at these, especially the academic journals, is going to present us with some problems, because academic journals, of course, are written by experts to experts, and so we have to navigate it. We have to be careful when we're looking at those. But I think the Viewpoint articles are going to be a lot more straightforward. So the world's e-waste problem, or excuse me, the world's e-waste is a huge problem. It's also a golden opportunity, which sort of suggests that there's a problem solution model just based on the title of the article. And so perhaps that's something to kind of look into. Now, let's say that you don't want to write about waste. Well, my suggestion would be to go down here, and there are several different sort of subsections, and I would click on energy and environmentalism, and what you're going to find is a whole host of articles on any number of topics that I think can at least indirectly relate, directly or indirectly relate to, say, garbology. So I'm going to click on plastic waste because I didn't do that before, and it gives us a little bit of an overview, just to, like, if we were to look at the database from the vantage point of the subsections that they've provided, what's missing in that previous search when I put in waste, just waste by itself, it doesn't have this little overview section, and this might be helpful to give you some background information that might help you further, refine your search. And it looks like there's fewer academic journals, fewer viewpoint articles, so a little bit less to work with, but I think that makes it more manageable rather than having 2,000 academic journals to sort of wade through. America's recycled plastic waste is clogging landfills, survey finds. Plastic spill would shift more burden to industry. So viewpoint articles are again going to take sides. They're going to be more argumentative, whereas academic journal articles are going to be more scholarly, more scientifically based, although not necessarily. Um, and the nice thing about the database is that it kind of differentiates these. So let's say I liked this article and I wanted to see if I wanted to use it. Well, the nice thing about the database is that they will have what's called an abstract. So this language that is up in the blue is just kind of a summary. It's not part of the article. Where it says article commentary, that means here's this information that is not part of the article. And this is the editors of the database who are giving us some background information. So we can actually read that part that's in blue first, and to determine whether or not we want to continue reading the whole article and whether or not it's even going to be helpful for our project. So I would always suggest that you start in the blue section first. And of course, this is a feature that you're not going to find more often than not, you're not going to find when you're just using Google. Same thing with the citation feature. If we click on cite, then this shows us how to cite the source, and we can copy paste that and maybe do a little bit of tweaking because the title formatting is incorrect, but we only have to do a little bit of tweaking and then we have it. And in fact, it's the default setting is on MLA 9th edition, which I think is fine. The MLA edition that I have right now is 8th edition. I haven't transferred to the 9th yet, but I'm fine with people using the 9th edition. In any case, I just wanted to kind of demonstrate how to get there and a couple of features of opposing viewpoints in context. Thank you so much for watching.